Okay. All right. Recording is in progress. Good evening. I'm Anna Jumis. I'm a director from Virginia, and we do these little trainings for new consultants. And I'm glad you guys are on. And I'm on here with Louise. Louise is another director from Texas. And so we do these calls every other Tuesday for new consultants who may be joining anybody's team. So Patty is also on here, but she's in the background. So she is from national executive from Illinois. So, but she likes us to do this. So you can put in the chat where you're from, unless you want to speak. We'd love to hear from you. And so we're just going to do a little training for, this evening. So this is training number 1. So I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen.
Anna, can you hear me? This
I
is
can.
Chris.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't done this before, so I was just trying to figure out if I had sound. I can hear you and see you.
Okay, cool.
I don't think I have a picture up, which is okay with me.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I want to, I guess, is there a way to turn off the mic so you don't hear any background noise?
Yeah, we can mute it. Yeah, we can mute it.
Yeah, yell for my cat right now. And
yeah.
Really
okay. Yeah, we can mute it so that there you go. There, you're muted now, so you're good, Kristen. We can chat afterward. Okay, I'm going to share my screen right now. Share. Okay, hopefully you're seeing the welcome. Is everybody seeing that? Okay, cool. I did it right.
You did good.
All right, so we already said type in the chat where you're from. And then I think we know Doreen and Kristen is mine. She's under my team. Doreen is she under Louise? You, Louise?
Yes, from Tomball.
Okay, and Lisa is also under you.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Very good. All right. So we have our. We'll go ahead and get started here. All right. So our mission with Pampered Chef is that we're enriching lives one meal, one memory at a time. And we really love this mission for our company. I just think it speaks volumes. All right, so discover your why. So you have to figure out, oops, I did it again. I'm going to do this all night. Trigger happy. You have to discover your why, the reason why you joined Pampered Chef. It's important to have a clear why, clear vision, so that you can focus on your ultimate goal with Pampered Chef. My problem is here that I can't see the words because of the, I'm trying to remove this thing and I can't move it. Come on, Anna. I did it again. I'm sorry. My apologies. I can't get it to where I can remove this thing again. I want to move it down to the bottom. Here we go. All right, he's gone. All right, sorry about that. And so you can stay motivated when the journey becomes a challenge. Take a moment to reflect so that you can uncover a why that will help you celebrate your wins and encourage you through your setbacks. I love that. So my why, just for example, my why when I started was to get free stuff. Honest to God, that was my why. I just started to get free stuff. I thought, why not? I'll just, do a little bit here and there. And I wanted to free stuff. And so I ended up retiring from my day job 7 years ago. And then the why changed because now it's a retirement supplemental income. So you'll have to figure out why you did it, and that would just keep you motivated to continue and reach for your goals. So okay, what do you want to do with your Pampered Chef business? Do you want to fund a daily caffeine fix? Not for me. You want to pay your bills? Well, some people do this to pay their bills, or they have a car payment. or just work for yourself, replace a full-time income. I know I have a consultant on my team whose goal is to reduce the number of hours she's working at her job to part-time so that this can take over eventually full-time. So your New Year's resolutions, do you want to relax more? You want to travel more? You want to have more fun? I personally like all those things. So make your everyday better with a flexible schedule. You decide how you want to work and how often you want to work. You want to work, a little bit, or you want to work a lot, and also this will make a happier you. This business makes me very happy, and that's why I continue to do what I do. So I don't know about you, Louise, but it really does truly make me happy. So
yeah, I'm gonna say I started 17 years ago, and my why was because I just wanted to replace the carpeting with hardwoods, and my husband was like, "Oh, we can't afford that." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to sign up and do Pampered Chef. I'm going to make it happen." And then, of course, it happened. And then, of course, over the years, like you said, your why changes. So as long as you keep a clear why, it'll keep you motivated. So yes.
Exactly. Okay. So let's dream a little. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you like your Pampered Chef business to look like? And if you want to put it in the chat, you can. If you want to unmute yourself to tell us, let's have a little fun with this. So what would your business look like if you knew you couldn't fail?
That could be a number of parties. It could be a monetary amount you want each month. It could be going up the ladder, and it could be what's it called? Consultant, your title. It could be a title.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Do you want a successful business? Well, if you do, they say to start with 4 shows a week. Repeat after me. 4 shows a week, no matter what, will grow your business. So to hold 4 shows a week, you need to book minimum of 6. Sounds like a lot. And by all means, if that's not what you want to do, then no one's making you do that. You know what I mean? But we want you successful, so why not start with as many as you can get on your calendar? So get paid and share what matters. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers. So 4 average shows at 400, and actually right now it's maybe a little bit more than that, give or take. So if you did 4 shows in a week, that's $400, and 4 shows, $400 shows, that would be $1,600 in sales in that week. That means $6,400 in sales a month with a 25% commission. So your commission for the month would be $1,600. Okay, so again, that's going on an average $400 party, but some of them are more than that. I've had $2,000 parties, so, and then I've had some that were $200 parties. So they're just, you never know, we can't predict, but we can certainly try. So of course, if you did 6 or 8 shows, well, that number is just going to go up, right? So now I'll let Louise do the SMART goals, because we're smart.
I'm so smart. All right. So I'm very, very goal driven. And so you need to have some goals set out, and SMART is just an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, right? So specific, you want to know what you're targeting. So that could be a career title, career sales, number of bookings. It could be a trip, that kind of thing. Well, you guys are in your first 30 days. So specifically, you want to reach that $1,250 ideally in your first 30 days, which we'll get to in a little bit later why you want that. So let's just say that's specific enough, right? So now you want to be able to measure those goals. How are you going to be successful with your goals? So you want to know, is that a certain amount of recruits you might need? That's if you're going for the career title. Is it a certain number of bookings you need? And how many sales? So you just kind of want to break it down into little chunks. So let's think of you guys in your first 30 days. You want to get $1,250 in sales, right? In your first 30 days. So you're going to want to break that down into how many shows you're going to need, right? Now you need to make an action. What actions will you take to achieve your goal? So how many times are you going to complete the 4-in-1 model? That means 4 shows and 1 recruit. That's if you're going for the recruiting or the career title. How many parties are you going to need? So that's what you're going to want to be using for your action right now. Is how many parties are you going to get booked so that you can reach the 1,250, right? Realistic or relevant. How is this goal relevant to me? How will this goal support your why? What do you want to do with your business? Well, you want to get to the 1,250 in sales in your 30 days so that you can get that amazing Flex Plus for free. So that's relevant to you, right? Because heck, free is great and that tool is amazing. So that's why
It's possible.
It's very possible.
Because I just had a new consultant that signed 2 weeks ago. She just earned her Flex tool. She kept saying to me, "Are you sure? Are you sure I earned that?" I said, "I am."
Yay! Congratulations.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. And she got the 2-quart enamel casserole too.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. I think it's on the next slide. So the last one is time bound. So you guys, it's easy for you to set your SMART goals and have a time bound because your goals are 30, 60, and 90 days, right? If once you're a seasoned consultant and let's say you're going for that incentive trip every year, well, then you need to have that before the end of the year. So that's just sort of how the SMART goals will help you be successful in this business. And there's nothing wrong with having a chart to chart it with. So I do all of those things and I'm just very goal driven. So, all right, what's the next thing?
All righty.
Yeah. All right, so this is what we were talking about, why the 30 days is important. So in your first 30 days, if you sell $500 in sales, you are going to get the whipped cream maker and the little skinny scraper. Now that whipped cream maker is amazing, absolutely amazing. You can make fresh whipped cream in like 30 seconds flat. I love that thing. And with the holidays coming up, you're going to want that in your kitchen. Now, once you do the $1,250 in sales in your first 30 days, you're going to get that Flex Plus that Anna had just mentioned. And you're going to get that amazing enameled cast iron baker. So it keeps going. So once you reach $1,250 in your first 90 days, $2,500 in your first 90 days, you get the non-stick stainless steel skillet right there. Isn't that cool? Now that skillet is one of my go-tos. It's stainless steel, but it's also non-stick, so I absolutely love it. And then finally, once you reach $5,000, and yes, you can do that in your first 90 days, definitely you can do that with this being the holiday season, then you get that entire knife block set for free. So you can see why it's important to be able to track your goals and break it down and know what it is you're going for. So everybody needs to go for that knife block set.
Definitely.
Just saying. All right. I think on the next screen it talks about the cash and the recruiting.
Oh.
There. I don't know why that comes up separate.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Benefits beyond the kit, team building. So we have, besides earning those things in your those products in your first 30, 60, and 90 days, Pampered Chef also offers you an incentive by building a team. And there is a $100 cash bonus for each new team member that you bring in your first 90 days, and they do the $12.50 in their first 90 days. We call that qualifying. The $12.50 in 30 or 90 days is called qualifying. But for this month through actually the end of November, there's an extra $100 that you can get for each new team member you add in your first 30 days who qualifies and does their $12.50 in their 90 days.
90.
Yeah.
That's neat.
But wait, that's not all, folks.
I know.
Not all. You also get 50 Pampered Chef dollars. So the $100 is actually cash, which you will get in your commission, and the 50 Pampered Chef dollars spends like cash, but it goes into your special Pampered Chef dollars account, and you can use that on things like products, catalogs, any of the supplies that we can order. That those Pampered Chef dollars can go towards that, or you can save up your Pampered Chef dollars and they can go towards your conference payment. We have conference every year in July or August. It's July next summer. And so you can save your Pampered Chef dollars and they can go to cover that. So, yes. All right. So we have something called, well, those are your fast track rewards, but Pampered Chef also offers you this huge potential to earn even more cash, you guys. So we have a very, very generous new consultants rewards program. And that is if you promote to a director in your first 90 days, you will get $500 cash. Now you're getting the $500 cash because it's for each of those people that you bring on, you're getting the 100, right? To be a director, you need to have 5 people. So that would be the $500 right there. And then once you are paid at that same title for the next 3 months, you get another $500 cash. So let me just say that again. 5 people makes $500 cash. And then you'll be a director. You'll get another $500 cash. Now, this might seem like, okay, there's no way I can do that. People do this all the time. That is promoting to an advanced director in your first 90 days. That means you have one person under you who is a director. You'll get $1,000 cash. And once you are paid as a director or an advanced director for the next 3 months, you get another $1,000. So if we are adding that all up, that's $3,000 extra dollars. And I know you guys are brand new and your head is probably spinning. So we can talk. I can talk to Lisa and Doreen privately about that and explain it a little bit more. And Anna can talk to Kristen a little bit more in depth about what all that means.
Yep.
So as a leader with a company, we get extra bonuses. We get a lot of stuff as a leader with the company.
Yes, we do.
We get the new products that come out. We get that free. Just for being a director, we get the new products for free. We have access to monthly webinars. We do specialized trainings. We do every other month call. Every other week call, director call. And then we have monthly calls with home office. It's just a lot of amazing stuff that you get, all the perks as being a director with this company. At Pampered Chef, we are cheering you on because we want to make this business your own. And our number one priority is your success. We want to celebrate and reward you when you hit your milestones. Yay! Every milestone is exciting. I call them all carrots.
Yeah, I think each one is a carrot for sure.
Lots of carrots.
Okay, now is the best time to start your business. Where most of you have started your business, but let's get going with it, right? So here's your fast track rewards again. You know, the first 30 days, the whipped cream maker. If you a new consultant, when the new consultant recruits in the first 30 days and the recruit qualifies, they'll double their cash rewards. The $12.50 in the first 90 days, you'll get the 2-quart enamel cast iron. And for you guys that joined in October, you'll also get the flex tool in the first 30 days. And then when you're if you don't know what your 30 days are, then I ask your recruiter, she can tell you exactly when that 30 days is up. It doesn't start as soon as you sign up. It'll start like a few days after, you know, like to allow time for your kit to come. When sales are 2,500 in your first 90 days, again, the skillet, the knife block set, which is thebomb.com. That knife block set is amazing. And it is possible to get $5,000 in the first 90 days. Why not? Look at all the free stuff. I mean, couldn't you use a knife block? And then again, with the $100 cash. I don't know why we're doing this again, but anyway.
I don't know. It was all there.
Well, I guess we're trying to reiterate it. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so here are the promotions for this month. So with an $80 purchase, your customers will get to pick between the pizza and crust cutter, or the coated utility knife. If people wanted to join like you did, let me skip over that. If you want to earn the Pampered Chef pizza apron, you submit $1,000 in commissionable sales this month and you'll get a free apron. And the apron's really cute. It says, "I came for the pizza, but I stayed for the dough." It's really cute. Yeah. And then for your hostesses, with a $200 party, they'll get a piece of stoneware. They have about 20 pieces to pick from for 60% off. And if their party reaches $650, then they can have 2 different items or sets at 60% off. And there's a whole list of things. And we have this limited time only family pizza set. It's $109. It's an amazing set. Why not? I mean, this is a great gift for anybody that you know. I mean, you get that pizza peel, you get that pizza roller, the pizza dough, everything but the pizza seasoning. It's a really nice kit. I've had several people order this. So, you know, that is a great promo. So,
And you know, everything in that pizza kit comes obviously in its own box. So you can like divide that up and give the stones to somebody, and I mean, it doesn't have to be one gift. You know, I'm thinking of, you know, me, I'm cheapo. Yeah. I'm like, okay, you get the pizza stone, you get the pizza peel.
There you go. Yeah. Divide it up, right?
Yeah.
And let's not forget about our kits that we have to offer to people. So obviously this month for a limited time is our $41 kit, because we're celebrating 41 years in the business, hence the $41. What a wonderful time to start for $41. You have nothing to lose by starting for $41. You know, you've lost not one thing, but you could gain so much from that little $41 investment. So you have October, let's start with 140, save a scenario as above, 873 total cash products, minus the, I don't know what this means here.
I don't know. I haven't even seen that flyer.
Yeah, I didn't know what that is at the bottom, but so those are the 3 kits at the top. Let's go back to the top. Maybe I need to start at the top and work myself down. So try the business for the 30 days, and there are lots of free product and income for the family and a possible career. So what they're showing you, so let's take, for example, the ultimate kit. So you're getting $1,100 in products in your kit. Okay. You have the potential of earning the flex tool in your first 30 days. That would be $329. So to earn that, you need to do $12.50 in your first 30 days. That's a $329 gone. Plus $112 in product bonuses, $287 in cash commission, because you would have sold the $12.50. So here your $279 investment gives you a total cash and product value of $1,828. So they kind of
I get it now.
a little bit here. And then, of course, October, I guess the same kind of scenario. So I don't know where they're getting, I guess, from the flex tool and the product bonuses and the cash. That's where they're getting that total, I'm thinking. So why not? Okay, so obviously you're thinking, all right, where do you start? Okay, so a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step at a time. And it's what I relate the business to is you don't know everything unless you have a ESP. You can't know everything. I mean, I'm still learning stuff. Okay, so we take it one step at a time, and we try not to just overwhelm ourselves, because I tell people an athlete is not an athlete overnight. He practices or he or she practices and practices until they get good at it. Same with this. We practice, we learn, we continue to learn, and we continue to practice. I mean, every day we're learning more stuff. Every day we learn new stuff. Okay, so where do we start? So obviously you're going to create a launch list, which means who do you know? Who do you know that you want to ask to help you out? Well, obviously you have your friends. So your friends might be college friends, couples, your social circles, your neighbors, your current neighbors, past neighbors, relatives, your parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins. Everyone's fair game, because you know what? Everybody eats and everybody loves Pampered Chef. Your co-workers, yeah, and people who you work with, or people your husband or your spouse or significant other work with, holiday greeting card list, digital contacts, Facebook, Instagram. So you see, people say, I don't know 100 people, but when you start breaking it down like this, you really do know 100 people. Your community, your doctors, your hairstylists, your church members. I know I've gone into doctors' offices and booked parties with the receptionists because I don't keep my mouth shut, so it's just like, anyway. Your phone favorites. I don't know. I don't pick up the phone. I don't call people much anymore. A few times I do, but mostly I text. And your friends' parents and your favorite foodies. So, yeah, that's important to really identify those people who you want to contact. And there's a list of 100. So people will say to me, I need help getting more bookings. And I always come back to this. Have you created your launch list? Have you created your list of 100? If you didn't do that yet, you need to do that. Let's do that first before you ask me how to get bookings. Okay.
Totally agree.
Yeah. 8 contacts a day will pave the way. 4 contacts is good, 6 is better, and 8 will make you great. And so when I say contacts, that means a person that you actually have talked to, a two-way communication. So I had a consultant once a few years ago. He just says, oh, I'm so excited. I made a contact today. I said, that's wonderful, because this was totally out of her box, out of her comfort zone. And I said, that's wonderful. What happened? Nothing. Has she responded? No. Well, then you've not made a contact yet. Okay, so there needs to be a two-way communication, if I'm making sense. Okay, so we all get the same exact 365 days. The only difference is what we do with them. Okay, so obviously the more, if you can make 4 contacts a day, that's great. If you can do more than that, that's even better. If you can do 10, 20, we'll see how motivated you are. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when you're reaching out to potential hosts, so your friends, so you take your first person and you say, hey, Louise, I don't know if you saw, but I just started doing Pampered Chef because I love the product so much. I am looking for friends who can help me by doing a fun virtual party starting on November 5th or November 12th. I set it all up. I invite your friends. It's an easy way for you to get some great products for free and discounted. And I would really appreciate your help getting started, my business started. What do you say? And so you leave an open-ended question so that now they feel like they need to answer you. Okay, so you've given them 2 dates. You know, you obviously create your own dates. If it's next week, you create your own dates. I just put dates in there. So at least by giving them 2 dates, again, there's not too many dates they have to choose from. You're giving them 2 choices. Okay, and if those don't work, then obviously you go to plan B and give them other dates for them, you know. These words actually work really wonderfully. And so this is where you want to start, you know. So it's not always about us. It's what we can do for them. Obviously, they're helping you out in the beginning, you know, but you're also helping them to earn free and discounted products. Okay. I'm going to let you go next, Louise.
All right. Okay. So here is another message that you can send out, a text message or a message in Messenger to like 15, 20, however many people you want. Hi, and put the person's name. Hi, blank. I'm a new Pampered Chef consultant. Very exciting. I'm setting up my first round of virtual parties and would love to include you as one of my hosts. What does that take, you ask? Very simple. Just say yes, and then I'll do the rest. I'll have a couple of quick tasks for you each day, no more than 5 minutes. At the end of the week, you'll have a nice shopping spree, and you'll be helping me launch my business too. I think you'd love the party experience as well. You'll learn lots, and your friends will really enjoy it. What do you think? Can I count you in? I have blank and blank dates available. So I always give 2 choices of dates too, like Anna was saying in the original post. That little thing there that says I'm a new Pampered Chef consultant, help me launch my business. That is something great for you to put on your Facebook page, on your newsfeed or whatever, but that will not get you the bookings. Like, you cannot expect just to stick a graphic out there in Facebook land and think that somebody is going to say, oh, I'll host a party for you. You have to reach out to people and you have to ask. If you don't personally ask, it's just like you going outside, opening your front door and yelling at all of your neighbors, anybody want to host a party? Well, everyone's just going to ignore you. But if you physically walked over and knocked on their door and asked them, then they might say yes or no to you. So, this little blurb here, once you've typed it out one time, you can easily copy and paste it to the next people that you're going to be inviting or asking and just changing their name. If that doesn't sound like anything you would say, well, then change it up so that the words sound more like something that you would personally say, but use that as an example. So if you wanted to like take a picture of it or screenshot it or whatever so that you have it. But so this goes back to the list of 100 that Anna had talked about. You have to have your list so you know who to contact, right? Okay. Next screen.
All right. Do you want me to do this or do you want to do this?
I can do it. Host coach.
All right, you go ahead.
Or you can. I don't care. I'm easy. I'm easy peasy. All right. So host coaching. What is that? Okay. Host coaching is you supporting your host before, during, and after the party. The host plays one of the most important roles in having an engaging and fun party. Host coaching will set them up for success. Why is it important? When host coaching is done effectively, you will see better attendance, a better party experience for all guests, and more compelling story to share the business opportunity. Your hosts really don't know what they're supposed to be doing. They might not ever have hosted a party before, so they need you to tell them what to do. You know, hey, why don't you tag somebody in my post about the manual food processor? Or, you know, have you, if the attendance is low, you know, have you personally reached out to, you know, your top 10 to 15 friends that haven't already joined? So, you know, you have to help them through the entire process from the very beginning to the end. Okay, I'm not sure it's on the next screen. I think it's more host coaching. All right, a host who feels unsure of what to do is much more likely to cancel. It takes just as much time to do a little show as a great big one. Every host wants to be successful, but doesn't know the fine points of having a successful show. A host who feels unsure of what to do is much more likely to cancel. A host who feels successful will tell her friends how easy it was to host and encourage future bookings. Host coaching is a simple collaboration between you and your host. Your host is counting on you to help them have a successful show. This is your host's only shot, for a while anyway, to get as many free products as possible. It's not something you are doing to them, it's something you are doing for them. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable coaching those that are closest to us, like our friends and family. To make it more comfortable, ask them for permission to practice your host coaching on them using some of the scripts provided in the training courses. So for an example, it is very much so more uncomfortable to do host coach your sister or your mother or whatever. So if you just say, hey, I'm practicing, so I'll know how to do it on, another one of my hosts. So I'm just going to treat you like, I don't know you, and, is it okay for me to practice my host coaching? And then they'll say, sure. The same exact thing is also when you do your first actual in-home cooking party, if that's something you're going to be doing. It is so much harder to do an in-person cooking party in front of your personal friends and family than a room full of strangers. I would much rather be in a room full of strangers than people I know personally. For some reason, don't ask me why. But anyway, anything else you want to add to that one? No? Okay. Next. All right. You want to do this part?
I can.
Okay.
All right. Let your host know you are excited about their business, about their party, not their business. It could be their business, though. Find out what they are most excited about. Ask them what's on their wish list. Have the host welcome guests into the party, and then message them with daily tasks to post in the party. So what I do is I have a group, and I'll go in there and say, okay, today this is what I want you to post. You're doing a great job, blah, blah, blah. And so I will coach my hosts each day. I'll have them post like a picture, like what is the one thing people ask you to bring when you're invited somewhere? And so I'll give them a graphic and they can post it. I'll tell them to welcome the guest, obviously. And the more the host is visible and active in her own group, the better off it'll be, because they'll see posts from her. And you probably don't know this yet unless you've set up your first party. There's a host coaching tab in each one of your parties. So when you set it up, you go click on the host coaching tab, and it'll take you to where what it tells you to do. So use the coaching tool in your party to help guide you through successful host coaching. Build relationships with your customers in the virtual party. If people like you, they will listen to you, but if they trust you, they'll do business with you. And that is so true. So people will do business with people they know, like, and trust. And that's very true. And that's why when I talk to people in groups, I try to create relationships with them. They know and trust me, and that's really how you expand on your business too. So overcoming objections. So what do you feel like when you hear the word no? No one likes to hear that word no, just saying. And you're going to get probably a lot of no's. And the no is not towards you. It is towards the opportunity to host a show. And it's not towards you. So, but keep this in mind. The more no's you get, the closer to a yes you'll get. So, and that we always say we go for the yes. We go for the no because we're looking eventually to get that yes. And it will happen. And don't get discouraged with the no's, because like I said, it's not personal. You don't take it personal. And I have to keep reminding people that it's not personal, so. Problem solvers, that is our mission. When we get an objection, do we give up and say, okay, or do we try to walk through the objections? Well, I'm the person, I try to walk through the objections. We often hear things like, I don't have any friends, or I don't have time, or no one's working now. And what do you say when that happens? Do you just say, oh, okay, well, that's not, you can keep going with that. And eventually they may say yes to something. We have to be problem solvers and solution givers. We always respond with empathy first, and then offer a solution. So we'll give you some examples here. The FFF formula. So how do you feel, felt, and found? So you would say, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found was, so let's say, for example, no one's working right now. Wow, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but what I found is that many of our friends are working from home, cooking more at home now than ever before, and are looking for a fun distraction that can benefit their family. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Does it sound good? Let's set it up. So what would you say to that? Sure, let's go ahead and try it.
Why not? What do I got to lose?
Yeah, what do you got to lose? Nothing. Common objections that we hear. I don't have time to host a party. Well, I know that we're all really busy these days, but it makes it much better when we take the time to get together with our friends. It's so much fun, and it takes a lot less time than you might think. All we need is about 5 or 10 minutes a day, and you have nothing to lose. Let's give it a try. What do you say? Right? So I get that a lot. I don't have time, or they don't want to book. They don't want to book a party right now. They say right now to me. I said, okay, I understand that right now is not good, but how about if I circle back around to you in maybe 3 months? Would that be okay? And they'll say, 9 times out of 10, they'll tell me that's okay for me to follow up with them in 3 months, because then I'll come back to them and say, hey, I'm following up because by your request, because now she's given me permission to come back and ask her. Sometimes it's still a no, but you'll be surprised. I had a lady that kept telling me no all year, and finally we booked a party. And, like I said, she never really said no. I mean, I shouldn't have said that word, no. She never really said no. She just says, I can't right now because I'm in the middle of tax season or whatever, So she never really said no to me, but I said, okay, I'll follow up with you later. And I just kept making that note to myself to follow up with her.
Same thing happened with me. I had someone that kept telling me now's not a good time. Now's not a good time.
Yeah.
And I said the same thing, would it be all right for me to follow up with you in a month or two? Sure, fine. And I kept doing it, and it still wasn't a good time. So finally I said, just last week when I was doing some follow-ups, and I said, hey, just wanted to know, if you are not interested in hosting, just let me know so that I don't continue to bother you. But if you are, I'm super excited to share some of our new products with you. And she's like, sure, let's get this done. And I was just about to give up on her, but so that the moral is, don't give up until they tell you to stop.
Right.
Or they're not,
I also I don't want to seem like the pampered pest. And that's the words I used.
Yeah.
I don't want to seem like the pampered pest. So I just want to know, do you still want me to continue to follow up with you?
That's cute. I like that, pampered pest. That's cute.
Pest. So problems. I don't know anyone. I don't have any friends. I understand it's hard to know who to invite. Fortunately, there are tons of people who love Pampered Chef. I can help you brainstorm that list. What if we work on the list together to get it started? And then I don't want anyone to feel pressured to buy. I completely understand. We offer lots of great products that are under $50, but don't worry, there's absolutely never any pressure for anybody to buy. My goal is to provide great time-saving mealtime tips and products with your friends and make it fun event for everyone. And then in your consultant corner, you'll find something that says Dash, and there's a lot of training in there. I mean, even I go in there now because they keep adding more stuff in there. And that's definitely a great place for a new consultant to start. I say do the first 10 lessons as soon as you can get it done. Mind you, they're not very long. They won't take you very long to do. But as soon as you can dive yourself into it, the better off you'll be. So, all right, Dash starts with a welcome and getting started. You'll set your goals, learn about rewards, discover your why. So this is why it's important to go into Dash to do that first 10 lessons. If you don't know where to find Dash, I think as soon as you log in, you'll see this big purple thing come up. That's exactly where Dash is in your consultant corner. So anyway, and there's a Teach Me Webinar 101 and 201 in there evidently too. So, and then there's a Facebook page for additional training. We can invite you into this unless you want to take a note of this. Virtual PC team training on Facebook. So we can invite you in, or you can look for the group. So. All right, this is our action plan. So we've envisioned your why and created your goals. Make your launch list, pick your party dates, contact your friends, family, acquaintances to offer a party. There's a video, Stephanie Richardson video on 5 contacts. Track your contacts. There is a tracking sheet, I believe, in there too. Dash training, how many points can you have by next year? So for when you do the Dash training, you get points and badges. So that's kind of fun too. And then check in with your recruiter. That would be Louise or myself in this instance. And we'll see you, it won't be next week. It'll be the week after that. So
For part 2.
Or part 2, if you want part 2 of the training. So. All right, we have questions. Anybody have questions right now to ask us?
You can unmute.
Yeah, feel free. We don't bite. We're too far away.
Should I click stop recording? How's that?
Oh, okay.
All right.
I have a question.
Okay.
This is Kristen.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to raise my hand. Sorry.
That's okay. That's no worries.